Hi, everybody. Today I want to talk about the dopamine reward system and how the narcissist abuser hijacks the dopamine reward system in order to get you addicted to serving them and to forgetting about yourself and your own self care in favor of appeasing them, helping them out, reconciling with them, etc. Now, we're solution centered on this channel, so I'm not going to present a problem without having a concrete solution to it, because I feel that is done way too often to people that have come out of narcissism. We hear all this ambiguity about trauma and how your nervous system is dysregulated and how it will never be regulated, and how early childhood trauma is forever. And I feel like that is a very unhopeful conversation that we have, and it's not productive, it's not conducive to recovery. So I'm going to present the problem right here in order to present a solution in the next video. Now, this is a theory that I have, but it's substantiated by, my own personal experience and just an observation that I have from looking at people that have come out of cults or basically malicious organizations like the Jehovah's Witnesses, or another example is Scientology, where there's a guru, right? We know about Keith Raniere and the Nexium cult, where there's a guru that has all the answers to every single problem that anybody has ever had. And there's something within the human psyche that is enticed with that idea. We see it in organized religion a lot, that there is an answer to all of your problems, that there is an answer to existence. And that is a very nefarious practice when people submit to that idea. And I'll explain why. It has to do with dopamine, the dopamine reward system. Now, in order to understand the difference between a normal functioning dopamine system and the dopamine system of somebody that has come out of a cult-like experience or has met an antisocial personality, let's look at children. Children are a great example. Children are not tainted by the ideas of society. Children are not tainted by the expectations of society, and they're not tainted by anxieties over how to survive within society, etc., etc. For the most part, I'm talking about healthy children that have just emerged from the womb and presumably have some sort of positive influences around them. Now, these children find everything interesting. The flowers that are on the ground, the trees that are blooming, they're interested in the colors that are surrounding them, in the dog that passed by. And so the dopamine system is firing with equanimity. It's like, I find this fascinating. I find that fascinating. This is rewarding. It's rewarding to look at the sky. It's rewarding to smell the grass. And so the flow of dopamine is constant and not fixated on one thing, on one element of the universe. It's fixated on multiple things. And when they do something positive, children, and they seek out some sort of approval from their parent or from a superior or from another person, that adult, if they're responsible, will say something like, yes, that is fascinating. And yes, I'm so happy that you figured out that the flowers are like this. And so dopamine in the brain is flowing consistently, and you know, the child finds being alive rewarding. The very fact of their existence as something to be celebrated. Now, when you go into a cult, what happens is that flow of dopamine is disrupted, because when you go to a cult, you are trying to escape from some sort of anxieties or depression or some sort of existential struggle that you're having, and you find this person in the form of a cult leader, or perhaps even a narcissistic boyfriend or girlfriend, or a narcissistic leader, and they say, I can take your pain away. I have the power and the insight and the wherewithal to take you out of your present state of consciousness, of anger or resentment or vulnerability or whatever the negative emotion is. And so what happens in these sorts of dynamics is that a person comes into the cult and says, wow, this is really cool. All these people seem really super happy and energized, and I'm not energized right now. I'm very, depleted of energy, and these people just seem so happy and so elated to be in this cult. Or you see a narcissist, and it's like they got all their crap together, supposedly, and you see in them a source of strength for you in that moment. Excuse me. Next video.